What if the ultimate productivity hack isn't a new app, but an upgrade to you? We all chase that elusive feeling, the zone. That state where focus locks in, distractions melt away, and you churn out incredible work effortlessly. We buy the courses, download the apps, adjust the lighting, silence the notifications, all for a few precious hours of peak performance. But what if those hours could become the standard? Imagine a world where procrastination isn't a moral failing, but a solvable engineering problem, where burnout is as archaic as calling a landline. A world where you could, with a conscious decision, dial up your concentration, dampen distractions, and enhance your cognitive horsepower, not with caffeine jitters, but with precision. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is the blurring line between optimizing our workflow and optimizing the engine of that workflow, our own biology. Think about it. We meticulously fine-tune our tools, our environments, even our sleep cycles. We track our steps, monitor our heart rates, analyze our screen time. We're already data points striving for efficiency. But what if we could directly influence the processing power? What if we could silence that nagging inner critic, leaving only a clear, unimpeded path to execution? What if the limits of our capacity weren't fixed but fluid, adjustable, expandable? This isn't about replacing who you are, but about becoming a more effective version of that person, one who can bring their ideas to life faster, their insights into reality with less friction. Consider Lily. Lily was brilliant, bursting with ideas, but constantly battling her own brain. Every project started with a surge of passion, only to be slowed to a crawl by crippling self-doubt and an inability to filter the noise. She'd spend hours researching, only to get lost down endless internet rabbit holes. Drafts would sit, half-finished, because the sheer effort of pushing through resistance felt insurmountable. She tried every time management technique, every focus playlist, every productivity system known to man. They helped, sure, like slapping bandages on a gaping wound. But the fundamental struggle remained. Her mind was a powerful engine, but the wiring was faulty, prone to short circuits and unexpected halts. Then Lily encountered a different perspective. Not about managing time externally, but about optimizing the internal mechanism. It started small, with biofeedback training, learning to intentionally regulate her stress response. Then came neurofeedback, training her brain waves for sustained focus. These weren't just techniques, they were tiny nudges, subtle adjustments to the internal architecture. And with each adjustment, the friction began to lessen. The noise quieted. The resistance softened. But the real shift came layered on top of that foundation. Non-invasive brain stimulation techniques, still in their infancy but showing tantalizing promise, designed not to change personality but to enhance specific cognitive functions. Think of it like adding a booster to a processor, designed for a singular task, enabling deep work. It wasn't about external control. It was about empowering internal control. The ability to consciously initiate a flow state, to maintain unwavering concentration for extended periods. The first time Lily experienced it fully, it wasn't a feeling of being controlled, but of being unleashed. It was like someone had removed the countless invisible barriers that stood between her intention and her action. The ideas flowed freely, the writing was crisp, the analysis insightful. The struggle wasn't gone, not entirely, but it was now a manageable challenge, not an overwhelming obstacle. This wasn't about eliminating the effort of work, but about eliminating the unnecessary and energy-draining struggle against your own biology. But then came questions, the ethical tremors beneath the surface of this newfound capability. If you could simply dial up your productivity, where did the drive come from? Was this genuine motivation or artificially induced efficiency? Did this create an unfair advantage, a divide between those who could access these upgrades and those who couldn't? Was the struggle itself a necessary part of growth, a forge in which resilience is tempered? The turning point in Lily's journey wasn't the breakthrough in productivity itself, but the profound self-reflection it triggered. She realized that the most productive she could be wasn't just about output, it was about alignment. It was about ensuring that this enhanced capacity served her deepest values and goals. It wasn't about working more, but about working better on the things that truly mattered. The ultimate upgrade wasn't just to the mind, but to the integration of mind, body, and purpose. And so the true power wasn't in the mere ability to focus for hours on end, but in the conscious choice of what to focus on. The ability to be undeniably productive, but to direct that productivity towards meaningful creation, towards solving real problems, towards contributing something valuable to the world. The future of productivity isn't just about working harder or smarter, but about embracing the potential to become something more, a more focused, more capable, more aligned version of ourselves, using these newfound abilities not just to get more done, but to live a life that is more fully and intentionally lived. The question is no longer how much can we do, but what will we choose to create with this unprecedented capability? And the answer to that is where the real work begins.